Welcome to the Driving the World podcast series. I'm your host, Cully Holland. Today we have Jason Hahn, a product engineer from our industrial gearing division, and we'll be discussing our X series and the application-specific designs. Hey, Jason, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Cully. Thanks for having me back.
Hey, thanks for coming back. And we're going to kind of continue where we left off last time with our X series, but today I figured we could talk about some of the application-specific designs we have with our X series industrial gearing units. So if you could maybe tell us about a few of those and what's kind of interesting about them and why our customers should be aware of them.
Yeah, no problem. I think the biggest one that I'd like to touch on first is for our bucket elevator special design. It starts off with just, the regular X series, and then we're adding an auxiliary drive to it. That auxiliary drive is connected to the main gear unit housing with an adapter, and that adapter has a freewheel in it and a proximity sensor that kind of isolates the auxiliary drive from the main drive, so that the auxiliary drive is only running when the motor on the auxiliary drive is in operation. It's a great benefit because if something happens to the main drive or for maintenance purposes, you've got that auxiliary drive that will inch the bucket elevator along. It can be used for both. We can design it for both empty or full buckets. So, empty buckets are more of a maintenance thing. Full buckets is really useful for if your elevator unexpectedly goes down and you need to empty all those buckets out. And that really provides a convenient way of doing that without having to jerry rig anything or, try to get creative on how you're going to get those buckets emptied. The other really nice thing about it is that we stock all the components for it here. It's considered an ATO product for us, so we don't need to do any extra engineering work or design when an order comes in for that. So it's kind of all just packaged and ready to go already.
Awesome. And ATO, real quick, for some of our customers or listeners that might not know what that is. What exactly is ATO? And it sounds like it's kind of a quicker option, but just kind of explain that a little bit.
Yeah, ATO stands for assembled to order as opposed to ETO, which would be engineered to order. Assembled to order just means that we stock all the parts for it. The drawings and the designs already exist for it. So there's no need for it to go through engineering as long as it's, just our standard bucket elevator product.
That's definitely a nice option then, especially for what sounds like it's a somewhat specialized design, but it's going to be off the shelf build. And you were talking about the maintenance, and I guess something that some people might think about is, okay, you have a auxiliary drive. Why wouldn't you just use your standard drive or a VFD to do the inching instead of having a complete extra, motor and gearbox setup?
Yeah, you're right. That is something that you could probably do with a VFD, but the auxiliary drive uses a very small motor combined with our K series product to inch it along, and it's at a fixed speed, so you don't have the extra cost of a VFD. And it's all kind of just packaged in one piece. And it's a more simple design.
And simplicity is definitely key in some of these more dangerous or dirty environments. Something is going to work and operate like you want is definitely key. Is there anything else that we should really think about the bucket drive before we move to our next special design?
I think I kind of hit all the main points on that.
Well, awesome. So what else do we have out there that our customers might be interested in?
One other item we have that's also a ready built product is our hoist and crane drive. The key selling feature of that is that there's a enlarged center distance between the high speed and the low speed shaft. Sometimes in that application you have issues where the hoist drum is interfering with the motor. So because they're usually on the same side of the gear unit, so it's nice to have that extra center distance in there to keep that collision from potentially happening. Those aren't something, we don't stock the housings for those here in the US, but it's something that we've done a lot of internationally and is a readily available catalog product.
Well, that is awesome. And it sounds like it definitely could be a solution for some of our customers here domestically. And also that is a great design feature where you kind of looked at a very common problem and seemed to give it an eloquent solution. Is there anything we should be looking forward to in the X series or?
Yeah, under development right now, we have a new X agitator design. We already have some of the sizes designed and built. We're working on, or our R&D is working on additional sizes for that. It's once again that'll be kind of an off-the-shelf offering with a lot of great features that are specific to the challenges of the mixer and agitator type applications with heavy overhung loads and shaft facing downward challenges.
Well, it sounds like that's definitely going to be handy out there in the field as well. And it's great that SEW's kind of looked at some of these common problems in different applications and have given kind of, like you said, ATO, assembled to order options and solutions for our customers to make these applications run smoothly. Is there anything else we need to know about these X series specific design units, or have we pretty much covered the 10,000 foot view?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good 10,000 foot view. Yeah, so I think I've kind of covered most of what I had to talk about.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for coming, and we can't wait to see you again.
All right, thank you.